Well, hey, it's round 2, and I would love to play first. Oh, I forgot that my Tristani was my avatar. That seems appropriate. Wow, I have just been blessed with correct mana this game. It's a little awkward that I have all 3 drops, but I'm keeping this. Second planes, get a Griffin down, and then we're just gold. I assume. If I don't get a second planes, I'll probably run the Cellar out before the Beastmaster. But I'm happy to lead with the planes. Apparently not a lot of people draft or record with the stream or record, I should say, with the new interface with the beta client. But I'm a big fan. Ooh, Centaur's Herald, you say? All right. It's gonna be a populate back and forth, is it? Luckily, I have my perennial 2-drop as well, who's managed to show up on turn 2 every game, which is nice. Ooh, so my opponent's definitely in a much better position than I am. But hey, you know, I've got this Griffin, so well, I can get in for free damage here since he's not going to block with either of those guys. And get this guy down there. Flight seems like the best bet in this situation if I can ever hope to outrun what is going to be actually a really quick amount of populate. Yeah, I still think the Cellar is the correct next play here. Get more things down before the Beastmaster runs out there. Can't attack with the Keening Apparition because he'll just pop the Herald in response and eat it. And yeah, so all I can do is get in there with a Griffin. So yeah, he's definitely going to have the ground locked down in pretty quick order here because another land and he just starts making a Centaur every turn, which has got to be better than casting any spell. Just endless Centaurs. Oh, I guess he didn't make his land. Ah, okay, so that'll be my Griffin arrested then. Yep. It's a little unfortunate. No attack though. I guess he really, well, I mean, he needs that Centaur. He can't throw it away like that. Well, I guess we'll get the Beastmaster down there. We don't really have many attacks other than this bird. So, go bird. Go bird or go home, I suppose. I feel like he needs to deal with this Beastmaster too, because he doesn't know what I have in hand. I would love to get like my Chorus of Might here. That would actually be astonishing. Chorus of Might would pretty much end the game right there, because the Beastmaster would get +5/+5 and trample. So it would be a 6/6, and then all my other creatures would be +6/+6, and that would be pretty devastating. Whoops. I should stop fiddling with stuff while I'm playing. Alright, so does he have an attack? If he didn't have one last turn, he probably doesn't this time. He also doesn't have his populate land, which is encouraging for us. Knightly Valor will work. Knightly Valor will work just fine, actually. Yeah, let's get that out there. Hopefully he doesn't have a way to interrupt this. Though in green-white, that seems unlikely. So, what are these all going to be? A 3/3, a 5/5... No, sorry, a 4/4. A 5/5, a 4/5. So he's taking 9 here just in the air. He pretty much has to block the Beastmaster here. Yeah, this seems like I should just alpha here. I can survive the crackback easily. He's off his land. I need to get in the damage when I can. And this makes all of his blocks just terrible. Unless he has fog. I would be pretty sad if he had the fogulate here. Yeah, so he has to make that trade, and he's still taking lethal here, so he's got to chump with his other two creatures. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good position after this, because he's got to. He's still taking. He's taking 9 in the air, so he can stop the 9 on the ground and lose both his creatures. But then no, okay, so he chooses to go to. Well, we'll find out in a moment. So he's really hanging on to his guild mage. Oh, is this the fogulate? Oh, Savage Surge, okay. So he's going to surge the Centaur, so the Centaur will live. Okay, that's fair. It's another time when I really wish I had the Dispel. But he's still going to 2, so he's just dead in the air here unless he can interact with my Sunspire Griffin. And even then, I simply have more creatures than him, so... okay, Pegasus... doesn't help because I can just still attack with everyone and get the damage in. Oh, and I have a common bond, so I guess he's going to make me do it. Because 2 damage is going to get through here one way or another. Especially with the common bond. Yeah, there we go. Great. Alright, so that was very scary initially. Like, he had a... like, turn 1 Centaur's Herald, turn 2 Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage is actually, like... it's actually really scary. I'm tempted to bring in the Avenging Arrow just because I might really need to kill something. But I don't know what I'm going to bring it in over. I guess maybe the Ethereal Armor doesn't need to be here. Though First Strike is like a little boost to my 2-drops, and First Strike to stop his Centaurs is probably really good. Yeah, I don't really know what I want to take out here. Looks like he just slam resubmitted his deck, so... I think I'm just going to try running it the same again. I don't have a lot of sideboard options, to be perfectly frank. So this is greedy, but I do have my off color. I have a Sky Knight for turn 3 and the mana to cast it, so I feel like this is pretty okay. I have a lot of 2 and 3 drops I can get into, most of them white. Eventually I can get Growing Ranks, hopefully do some Knightly Valor action there, but yeah, I feel like on the draw I can keep this. Void Wielder's not coming down till later. Same with Knightly Valor. If the Sky Knight lives long enough that I can Valor up the Sky Knight, then I'm feeling really good at that point. That is definitely a plan. I guess without the chat, or without the log up, I can't... Okay, he did keep his hand. I can never tell if they're going to mulligan or not. Man, turn 1 Centaur's Herald on the play is even better than last time, so I hope he doesn't have another Guild Mage. Alright, so I've got 2 ways to populate the tokens I don't have. Well, I do have a Knightly Valor, so... Okay, really happy to see it's not a Guild Mage. Oh man, I love it. I love you, Keening Apparition. Thank you for always being there when I need you. I guess I have 2 of them, so that makes a little bit more sense, but I gotta say, Keening Apparition. Really, really good. So this is awkward, because if I attack, then he does that thing, and but I really want to get my Sky Knight out there, but I get it out there at no value. But I need to... like, I need to get my mana out, and I need to make use of it. So, I mean, if I get a... like, I yeah, I want to be able to play Growing Ranks next turn and then get the Knightly Valor, so I just want to get the Sky Knight down now, even if it is for no value. I don't know, maybe he won't see it. He'll probably just pop the Centaur right now. Yeah. Oh, that's odd. Not doing it in response to the... Oh, that's actually really silly. What you want to do is do that in response to the ability, to the detain ability, because now I can actually detain the Centaur and get in for 2, which, if he'd let me target the Centaur's Herald with the detain and then popped it in response, then the Centaur would still be there. So it's a little bit of a loose play on his part. says Graham from LoadingReadyRun in his ivory tower of never making loose plays. Oh wait. Well, as the comments on any Magic play video will tell you, it's very easy to notice loose plays when you're not the one playing. It's very different when you're in the moment. So is he just like head desking after that minor misclick? Because I really would like for my Sky Knight to resolve. Says I'm still connected to the game, so that seems good that I am connected. There it goes. Oh yes, it automatically has targeted the Centaur, which is great. I can't block the Centaur with the Keening Apparition anyway. Not that it'll be attacking me either, because detain. So yeah, feeling pretty okay. It's tempting to leave up the Sky Knight to trade with the Centaur, just because he clearly needs tokens, but I think I want to be the beatdown. He's going to be annoyed to see I have a Growing Ranks that he probably wants. Okay, 3-2 is fine. I'm much more scared of the upside of the Centaur. I'm going to get down the Griffin rather than the Growing Ranks, because the Griffin will do me better in the long run here. So I just get in for 3 in the air, because aerial support seems to be something that he's currently lacking. And then next turn, I can get Growing Ranks down next turn, or if I get a land, I can... it's tempting to Knightly Valor. Oh wow. Tempting just to take 6 here, because I assume he has a combat trick. I think I'm okay with attempting to make this trade. And if he wants to... Nope, he just took it. Alright, well that's better for me. So I think if I do get a land next turn, I will actually just be void wielding the Centaur before he has an opportunity to populate it. Especially now that he has a long legs. Ah, lovely. So, yeah, I get to crack in for 5 here. Next turn I get to Knightly Valor one of these guys. I mean, it's tempting just to bounce his long legs, because that takes his whole turn to cast. And it's a bigger threat, but... And we know he has the Guild Mage. Presumably he has other populate stuff, and I can take 5 at this point, so I would rather just get that token out of the way. Never to return. And if I take 5, I take 5. If it gets dangerous, I can always chump block with the Void Wielder. So, sure. Go to 12. Next turn he's taking 7. presumably. Rubbleback Rhino. Okay, well the Void Wielder can block him all day long. I don't think I need the Cellar right now. I think the Knightly Valor gives me a better clock, and I will put it on the Sky Knight to give it better toughness than 1. Make it a 5-3 rather than making this a 4-5. Yeah, I think the Sky Knight seems like a reasonable enough target. So next turn is when I'd like to draw a green, so I can start populating these soldiers. Oh right, and the Sky Knight now has Vigilance, so the Sky Knight can actually just... Oh, see, I always forget about the Vigilance, so I should have put that on the Griffin, so the Griffin could actually just... not just block the Rubbleback Rhino, but actually just eat the Rubbleback Rhino. But I feel like with this much power in the air and him on 3, and with the ground defense that I have, I feel like I'm in a pretty good position here. He's not running the Selesnya secret tech of a blue splash, so I don't really see him interfering with my guys in a sort of an unsummony way. He's going to be doing more damage on the ground, so... Alright, well, unless he has multiple combat tricks, he can't kill me right here, but there's no reason to take too much damage, so I will just have the Void Wielder stop the Rhino, take 5 and go to 7. And he's got to kill... Well, I guess he's only got to kill the Sky Knight, but, well, no, actually, because he's completely dead on the crackback unless he plays out another creature, just because of the guys I have. So he's got to play several guys. Okay, so Keening Apparition takes care of the Knightly Valor. Alright, there's the Guild Mage, so I'm glad we took out the Centaur token. So he's at 3 here. I've still got him for 5 in the air, so I'm curious what his other... what his single card in hand is. It's probably the Druid's Deliverance, but I have no reason not to attack with my 2 flyers. And he even let me attack, so before popping the Keening Apparition. So the Sky Knight maintains his vigilance. And there we go. Alright. Round 1 and round 2 in the can. Let's see how we fare in the finals.